Connecting the voice to the guitar, or the guitar to the voice, works both ways. The voice can inspire things to play on the guitar, and the guitar can certainly help as a training device, a melodic tool. You can learn to sing notes, even if you're straining at first to sing a pitch. Ooh, ooh, da, da, da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do do do, la la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting. You can really, I'll be sitting when the evening comes. Go through it nice and slow, then try out with the chords. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes. So you can really work through it slow.
If you are not confident with playing the single note melody lines on your guitar at the moment, here's another option. You can train your voice using the active score sheet. Let's take a look at that. What if you don't intend to sing but want to learn a few songs to play with a singer or band? Well, here's another option. Play guitar along with the active vocal version of the active score sheet. This is great preparation because you will then be playing with a singer via an isolated a cappella vocal version. Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Each lesson will also include a full example performance of the chosen song, so you can then get to hear and view how all the parts work together. Here's the demonstration performance of A Horse with No Name. The full lesson follows this.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and wings. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the city had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground, and a perfect skies above. Under the city lies a heart made of ground, but the humans don't give it no love. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you the pain. La 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 Good to know the string names E, A, D, G, B and high E. A good way of remembering those string names. So eat and drink good beer every day, or every Alsatian dog's got big ears. Eddie ate dynamite, good by Eddie, lots of them. So invent one yourself or use one of those. You really want to know instantly where your G string is, or your D string, or B string, etc. when I'm talking about fretting, finger numbers, fret numbers and string names. So this is a clip-on tuner, Bulldog clip. Get these for about £15. Clip on your guitar, turn it on, battery operated, and it will read the strings. Pitch, that's a high E string. Detune it so you can see it goes red if it's flat, and it will go yellow if it's sharp. So I'll drop it down. You might have different colours on yours, but you've got to get the reading to be at 12 o'clock there, so it should go. This one's reading green. So you work your way through the strings. High E string, when you first hit the string, might go a little bit sharp, you've got to give it time to settle. B string, if I twang it. G string, so it goes sharp slightly, it's going yellow and then it settles. So it's the constant reading we really want to take. D, so if I hit it a little bit harder it will go slightly sharp. A and low E. You can get yourself in tune. Okay, so let's take a look at those chords up close. E minor. I'm using second finger, that's 2nd fret A string, 2nd fret D string. I'm using fingers 2 and 3. Good idea to play the strings individually so you can hear them, check that they're ringing. Also also check your guitar's in tune by hearing the chord. You get used to the chords. Changes easy then to lift finger 2 up onto the low E string and finger 3 up onto the G string at the 2nd fret. So low E string 2nd fret and G string 2nd fret using the same fingers, so fairly easy, just separating the fingers and lifting them one up, one down. So that's the E minor chord, and the second chord is an F sharp minor chord. Okay, you don't need to name the extensions. It's got an 11th and a sharp 5 in there, but you don't need to worry about the name so much as worry about the sound. And that'll be true no matter what stage you're at. You do need to know the names at some point. Okay, so just practice seesawing between those chords, making sure they're ringing out. Okay. So chords for the chorus will be this E minor 9, and that's 2nd fret, just like the E minor shape, 2nd fret with 2nd finger if you're using that, 2nd fret on the A string. And where you would have played the D string there, we're going to move that up to 2nd fret on the thinnest string, the high E string. And that's an E minor with that added 9th on the top. Nice sounding chords. Check you've got strings ringing nicely. If you've got a little dead string in there, don't worry, because you've got enough information in the other chords. So often when we strike the strings, as long as it's sounding good to you, you can gradually sort of work your way towards getting everything nice and clean. But don't worry too much about that when you first start. Just try and get it to sound pretty full is a good aim, rather than one or two strings missing is not the end of the world. So we change from that chord and we move up 2 strings with finger 3, so we're on to the A note on the G string and 2nd fret low E string. So that's that F sharp minor chord that we already played. So slightly more awkward change there because we're shifting 1 string down with finger 2 and finger 3 is jumping 2 strings down. Okay, but you should get used to that. Just practice seesawing. That one's easy drop down, and then this one's dropping down 2 strings. Okay, so here's the verse melody for Horse with No Name. I'm going to start at fret 2 on the G string using finger 1. I'm going to play 2 notes on this A note. I'm going to move forward 2 frets to the 4th fret, same string. 3 notes there, move back to 2nd fret and then back again. I'm using 3rd finger that time. It's easier to seesaw between 2 fingers than just moving 1, but either way is fine. If we're just singing, we're not looking to play challenging guitar parts at the moment. We're looking just to help get the voice in tune. So should recognise that as the first few words if you know the song. On the first part of the journey, and that pretty much repeats. I was looking at all the life, just those 2 notes. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. So you can hear 2 notes really for the whole of the verse part. Just practice singing that, get your voice in tune before you play the chords. On the first part of the journey, just keep doing that. You don't sing the same line just to get the notes. Words are not important when you first start, it's really getting your voice in tune. On the first part of the journey, and go to the chords. On the first part of the journey. Notice I'm not bothering with the strumming pattern for now. Obviously we want to get there, but small steps, we'll get there. Just the chord. Remind yourself of the melody. On the first part of the journey. Go to the chords straight away. Keep it in your head. On the first part of the... Notice where the chord changes. It's on the word journey. 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 on the first part of the journey, on the first part of the journey. I was looking at all the life, I was looking at all the life. Get the idea anyway. You can just play the chord once and sing the melody of the verse through, just to practice getting your voice in tune and then work towards the strumming pattern underneath it. After 4, 1, 2, 3, after 3 actually, because it comes in as a pickup on beat 4 of the previous bar. So we're going to play on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. Yep, go through your verse. Pretty much repeats same notes. It adds that F sharp in here and there, but nothing too complicated. Practice singing those notes if you're unsure. So here's the chorus part. We're starting at fret 4 on the D string, move into fret 2 on the G, fret 4 on the G, then fret 3 on the B string, fret 2, same string, B string, fret 4 on the G, and fret 2 on the G string again. So we've got fret 4 on the D string, fret 2 and 4, and 3 and 4 on the B string. So fret 4 D string, 2 and 4 on the G, and 3 and 2, or 2 and 3. Get used to where those live, and then we're going to play straight 3 notes up from there, 4, 2, 4, and then jump to fret 3 on the B string, fret 2 and then down onto the G string. You finish with 2 notes there. So single notes, 1 note, 1 note, 1 note, 1 note, 1 note, 1 note, and then 2 notes to end it. But it's getting that rhythm. You should find the rhythm in the words if you know the song. Do la 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 la. Different ending then. So the second time, the first 3 notes are repeated, and then we move to the B string. We don't go to fret 2, we jump back down to fret 2 on the G string. La 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 la. So you can practice those as 2 different parts. First time. That's the first time. Practice singing it. La 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 la. And again. La 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 la. One more time. La 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 la. Nice and slow if you need to get the pitch in right. Second time. La 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 la. That ending's different. La 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 la. Put that together. La 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 la. With the chords. La 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 la. So you're just playing the chords as a single strum to support that melody, and singing that melody then without accompaniment. La 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 la. la la. So go over it so you can feel you get the right notes in your head. Getting that in your ear is important because you're not going to really approximate it if it's not kind of sitting well in your mind's ear, really, like your mind's eye. We need to sort of mentally visualize this melody. You know, before I play it again, you should be able to sort of hear it against a tonic, a sound. Sort of mentally picture those notes before you try and get the voice to do that. Do, maybe practice singing, play one and then sing the next note before you play it. Do, da, and then bring it in. Da, da. And you sing that next note and play it. Da, and bring it in to reinforce it underneath. It's practicing. I'm texting myself a little bit then. Do da da, do da da da, da 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 da, da da da, do 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 do. You know, you need to be thorough with this, or you're not going to really get it to feel good in terms of a complete performance, and that's should really be what we're aiming for, is to be able to sing it, grab your guitar and then sing it for a friend, or, you know, a couple of friends at a barbecue, or, you know, don't book a gig until you've got a few songs together, but you know what I mean. You want to be able to sort of feel comfortable, and you want to get the strumming pattern and the rest of the song feeling good, so you can just get that. And the way to do that is just to be thorough with your practice and make sure you go through it as I'm doing here, nice and slow. Make sure you're comfortable with singing each phrase, and then you won't be spending too much mental energy when we put the strumming pattern in. Then you'll feel like you've got, you know, it often feels when we're multitasking in this way, we're playing and thinking about where to put the fingers in terms of fretting hand chording, we're thinking about the right hand strumming patterns, and we're also trying to negotiate the twists and turns of the melody and the time, you know, the time as in rhythms. So there's a lot going on, and you need to feel comfortable with those individual aspects before you really put it together. So just playing one chord and singing the melody, subtracting is it's a great teaching approach to subtract, simplify things, and then you feel good about the melody. Just take the melody out and do the strumming, take the chords out and do the strumming. You know, there's ways of approaching this, and then we piece it together in a kind of jigsaw way, and all those pieces should feel confident before you do that. If you try to run before you walk, get this happening too soon, you'll just frustrate yourself. So be warned. You know, you really want to start to feel good about each individual part, and then you'll feel good about sticking it all together. Okay, so take your time. So here's the first pattern. Foot tapping, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just think of that. If you don't want to count, you can think of that as down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm just muting the strings by laying my hand across as a bad mute. So you can do that in practice, just the strumming. Take the chord out. Good, just to get that pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4. Foot, a foot, a foot, a foot. 2, 3, 4. Foot, a foot, a foot, a foot. So what I'm saying, a foot is, there's an which is an up strum, and then the foot goes together with the hand as you strum. So you can practice just doing that slowly first. Up, and then down with the foot. Up, down, up, down, So the down is where the foot goes. Up, foot, up, foot, up, foot, up, foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel where that downbeat is. Okay. So both patterns together after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Talk a little bit about holding the pick. We hold the pick between thumb and first finger generally. Some people rest finger 2, hold on to it, but thumb and first finger. Picking individual notes, we can pick scales, etc. But strumming's the same thing. We don't change the pick to accommodate strumming. Strumming, you really want to angle the pick like you do with a paintbrush when you're painting. You don't just hold it and drag it across like that when you're painting. You want to angle the pick as you're down strumming, so there's less resistance on the strings and they're not opposite, less resistance when you're coming up. If you've got a slightly more flexible pick when you're first starting up, that's probably a good thing, but they can really limit expression, as in, you know, if you've got a firmer pick, a stiffer pick, you can really get a little bit more volume. It's hard to get that when you're not having much, you know, there's too much flex and there's not much to play with there. So we can use the pick for good effect. The wrist should be movable, it's flexing, and that pick is angling as I'm we can really work on the voice quality as well. When we're playing a note and we're thinking about voice production in terms of where the sound is coming from. I'm doing this to gesture that there are really 3 places that we can use, more than that, but there are 3 main places that we can use to really generate a sound. One is called the head voice, which you can get to fairly easy by humming. Try that along, just play a note on your guitar and keep the same note and try and shift that sound into the throat. I always say to my students, because we live in Cardiff in Wales, and I would say, this is familiar to everyone's ears around here, that the Cardiff accent is quite, it's in the throat. We got a lovely lush sound beside the Cardiff. Like Cardiff Arms Park. You can hear that sound, harsh sound in the throat. And you know, that focuses the sound in the throat. Head. You can sing from those places. That was the humming. La 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 la. Neither of them, the humming sound is more mellow, obviously. Singing too powerfully, pushing too much air in the throat can really cause a lot of problems, you know, cause a little bit of damage maybe if you're pushing that, even if it's only a, you know, temporarily sort of sore throat, but you're restricting the vocal cords there and the airflow is not good over them. So what you need to do is sing more from the diaphragm, often referred to as the chest voice. So when we get the sound down there, you can hear the bass resonance kicking from that. And then then the sound is a lot more powerful. You can think, to get yourself prepared for that, you can think of that sort of projection that you would imagine a would-be opera singer. La 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 la. More air in the lungs to get even more of a sound. La 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 la. You can hear that kicking when you push the phrase. Play it higher. Do 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 do. Higher. La 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 la. Find your key where your voice is comfortable, or where your voice is comfortable with a particular song, because as we play in different keys, you know, the effect you want for a song for a start might be different. You know, you can have a kind of crooning jazz sort of sound where you're down in this octave, down here, so do 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 do, which has got a kind of laid back, nonchalant feeling to it when you're singing and you're playing down there. But obviously way up here, those top notes are going to be pushy, and then the sound that you get when you're pushing those top notes, naturally, because of the way we respond to the human voice as a sound, it sounds more passionate or more committed because of the energy in the voice. You know, you can hear there's a strain in comparison to the la 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 la. It sounds sort of carefree and laid back, and we associate the stress or the little bit of strain that's in the voice with passion. La na 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 na. It almost sounds like I care more about my na-nas or my la-las just by doing that, you know. And if you're putting that into the context of a, you know, a passionate lyric or whatever, if you sing it down and there's not much, I call it heat, there's not much energy in the notes, then we kind of associate the, you know, it gives us the feeling that the singer isn't really connected maybe to the lyric. When there's a little more heat, a little bit more passion in the vocal performance, then we feel there's you know, there's a connection with the lyrics, and then that sells it to us as you know, the song has more meaning and more emotional content. Anyway, you need to do that. You can do that with a capo. If you don't want to practice scales or chords, because, you know, when we play a song, if we're say playing this, we're doing that. Just that little line. La 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 la. I mean, it's got a kind of carefree sound to it anyway. But you could take that. Use one of these, just a clip-on device. I'll get a close-up on it maybe, so to show you what it is, but various versions of them. I bought this one because I had one just like it when I was a kid. You can put your Perky version. Let's try it there. If you've naturally got a higher voice than me, you can find exactly just by sliding this around and using the chord shapes. Find your key. Do 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 do. So now I'm singing do's and not las. I think the correct lyrics are las actually. Come on, sort it out. La 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 la. Settle there probably. La 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 Depends how you want to hear the song. Your voice as I said, may naturally be higher than mine. So when you look at the version that I've done here, you can get it to work for you a little bit better by getting the capo and then putting that on. You can use the chord shapes that I'm going to teach you in this lesson, and you can just clip that capo and then move effectively. Then you're moving the line, just move it up. Try it in a few places, learn that line and see where your voice starts to feel like you are getting the sound that you want from the song. You know, it is song dependent, like I said, not just a personal thing. You know, you'll find that you might really strain if you're right up here, you're trying to sing, you know, if you're singing from like I said, a dodgy place, that throat sound, you know, if there's too much strain in there, but you should be able to power without any annoying my neighbours, but getting the sound from a good place. You shouldn't be too much strain in notes as you move up. We've all got a cut-off point, you know, and we'll end up going into what we call falsetto, which when you get to the high note, we get that push over into. But I will naturally feel I need to reach and swap over into that higher falsetto. I'm not sure exactly where that cut-off point is for you as an individual, and you'll want to investigate that, and you can do that via your guitar. You can really figure out where you feel good, what key you're comfortable with singing in, or what keys, where the top notes are. You know, if you think kind of want to avoid that crossover point for you, where you feel you know, you're not making that chest voice, singing from the diaphragm, that you need to go into falsetto. And if you haven't got the control you want, maybe you can sort of drop down a little bit in terms of key or your capo, drop that down. You know, this is not necessarily good practice for guitar players as you move forward, meaning that the capo is not the answer, you know, to everything. The capo is a kind of quick fix, and often frowned upon by jazz musicians and rock musicians a little bit, because you can just learn to play in different keys and figure that out. But you know, as a good sort of way of connecting with the guitar and figuring things out, so you can make use of it, and quick use of it, so you can all make something from this lesson. You know, the capo is a kind of one size fits all sort of version of it. So that's a really good tip for you. Okay, good luck. So the major scale, we're going to just play this movable pattern and then learn it so we can move it along and find we play it in different keys. You don't need to learn the fingering. If the fingering is a struggle, don't worry, you could just play, you know, one or two fingers. As long as you're singing the notes, that's going to help out with this level. So get the sound in your ear is a good thing. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. So do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different notes. 8 being the repetition of 1. Call that octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great idea to practice singing intervals, maybe just singing one note to the next and then back to the root. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. That's the second. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 3, 1. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 5. So you go through the scale. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 8.